Your bride comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio. I've got a fat baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we took him for his weigh-in, his 2-yearly weigh-in the other day, and they did his BMI, and they were like, "Your baby's fat."
Oh, in the top percentile.
Yeah, yeah. So they were like, "Oh, you need to wean him off, all the Haribos and the milk and shit you're giving it." And I'm like, "He's a toddler. Should you really? BMI is damaging for teenage girls. Should you really be doing BMI for toddlers? Should we just let him sort of eat as and when he wants to, and like he does loads of exercise and that."
BMI's bollocks anyway. I've heard it's just a shitty metric.
BMI's mental, like as well, because I think obviously like it's worth keeping an eye on your kid's weight and that. But then I think when they're 2, you're calling my kid fat, and they're like, "Oh, we'll bring him back in like 3 months and weigh him again." You're calling my kid fat, and then I've got to bring him in again in 3 months just so you can like BMI him up.
Just say you fat shaming him, and then don't bring him in again.
Stop fat shaming my baby.
Yeah.
Hello, magazine. Yeah, mine.
Sell it to the papers. Yeah.
Do you reckon which paper should I sell it to?
The Sun.
Yeah, the Sun. They'd love it, wouldn't they?
Do people still read fucking papers?
Nurse body shames baby.
Is some page 3 still going?
No, they had to get rid of it.
They did they not?
Well, I think so. Dan, do you know anything about this?
Well, I don't say about page 3. My stepdad was on holiday with my mum once,
Yeah.
and they had a big row, massive fallout.
Right.
And he stormed off, went to the beach. He held up Melinda Messenger, if you remember her.
Yeah, I do.
God, yeah.
Then the next day it was on the page 3, so she'd fallen out with him. Where did you go? Oh, I was going for a walk to clear my head. And he's there like, whoa, thumbs up.
Oh, shit. That's caught red-handed, isn't it?
Well, she didn't take it very well.
Belinda Messenger was an absolute babe.
Was she
still is, right?
Well, I just said I'd gear one.
We're sat here today with Dan Lee Lawless.
Hello, how are we all?
The man who I've been told knows where all the bodies in Sheffield are buried, and everyone's got squeaky bums right now, knowing that you're recording 2 hours of podcast. You know nothing about nothing?
Nope.
I don't think that's true. Publican?
Yeah, publican, of course.
Father
Of 2 okay babies.
Bladesman?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. How was Wembley, mate? How was your time down there?
Well, do you know the Sunderland Till I Die?
Yeah.
There's a chance I may be on the new series. There's a slight chance.
Okay, how do you know that?
Well, I was 10 rows from the front.
Yeah.
There's a row stewards, of course, and then behind that there was a fella just recording.
Yeah.
And so we scored the second goal.
Yeah.
It's allowed. Ripped my shirt off. Went, suck on these, you macca bastards.
You showed the cameraman your tits.
Well, he wasn't a camera. He had a high vis.
Yeah.
And he was just filming the crowd. So unless he was looking for ruffians, but he didn't look like a copper.
What was he filming with?
Well, I would say it was a phone.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I don't know.
But I guess that footage could be captured by Sunderland and like put forth towards there.
That would be the absolute opening credits.
Would you be ashamed that went in the documentary? I think that's a claim to fame.
It is. Well, as you know, I've got many claims to fame with Sheffield United.
Yes, we do. Well, I mean, the best one is the crying picture from 2007.
Yes, yeah.
The 06-07 season when we got relegated.
Yeah, and I looked about 13.
But you were in fact 18.
I was 18.
You told me, so we can put that picture in.
Oh, of course.
You didn't have your tits out on that one.
No. I did have tits then.
Oh, it's before these babies grew. Yeah, before puberty hit and all that. So there's that one. What other ones have you got?
Oh, there is one where I look like I'm giving a Nazi salute in the crowd. I'm not. I'm not at all.
Honestly, I was doing a salute. It was a Roman salute.
I was throwing up in my hands. I'd been out the night before with Tufty, if you all know Tufty.
Yeah, shout out to Tufty. Love to get him on the pod soon as well.
And then, well, what happens.
You were puking in your hand.
Yeah.
So why was your hand salute?
Oh no, it was
extended. You.
I was going like.
Oh, you had one arm out in front of you and then the other hand over your mouth. That's what you were doing, the mustache thing.
I was warding off the man in front.
That's so considerate, mate. That's so cute.
Look, I'm a man of the people.
Nice coat the other night, yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Big hood, because that's the ideal place to hide a vomit, isn't it?
Well, it was sunny day. I had a t-shirt on.
Oh, wait, yeah, fair enough then.
No
hood to hide vomit in.
No hoods at all. Oh, it was a terrible time. Terrible time. Football's got me in a lot of trouble over the years.
Yeah. Tell us more about that.
Went to see Brucey Dortmund play a few years ago.
Yeah.
Nice time.
In Dortmund.
In Dortmund.
Lovely.
Went with my old colleagues from the O2 Academy.
Mm-hmm. Because you used to work at the O2 Academy. For anybody that doesn't know, we'll go through this and I'll try and clarify any points that people at home might need to know about you. So you used to work at the O2 Academy in Sheffield, went to see Borussia Dortmund with a load of your workmates.
Yeah, there was...
there's German sausage everywhere.
There were, well...
Lederhosen, tits.
Oh, there was tits. Well, that's the thing. We went looking for a titty bar.
Excellent. In Dortmund. Yeah, of course.
Two of the people we went with went for a nap. Me and an unnamed person went for the titty bar.
Yeah. I love how you're covering everyone up here.
Yeah.
Know where their bodies are hid, but you're not saying.
Former bar manager of the O2 Academy.
Okay. I might know who that is, but okay, carry on.
We found a titty bar.
Right.
30 seconds. Well, I was still paying to get in. He's already been kicked out. Don't know what happened. And then
couldn't possibly speculate.
No, I have no idea.
And he still won't. He still won't say, or does he not know?
I just think they're unreasonable. And then we found a backstreet, because Dortmund's very much like Sheffield.
Right.
There's nothing.
There's nothing. It's just
like an industrial.
Okay.
Like if you fly into Dortmund, it looks like a shoebox at the airport.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we found a backstreet boozer. And the thing is, when my hair gets a bit longer, it goes quite curly.
Right.
And this Dortmund fan came up to me and went, "You a Jew?" I went, No. He went, who do you support? I went, Sheffield United. Not Tottenham. No, honestly. And then he pulled his trouser leg up and he had a Hitler tattoo on his leg.
Oh, God.
Jesus. He went, you come with us now.
Whoa. Okay.
And then, no, got a flight in the morning. No, you come with us. And then luckily the other people turned up and saved us.
Jesus Christ. That's quite unusual in Germany now. They're very apologetic about all that.
Oh, this chap wasn't.
Did he look hard? Did he look like...
He looked... He was at least 6 foot. He looked like he could handle himself.
Yeah. I mean, and of course you do as well. For anyone that's listening, Dan's about 6'5", very muscular, and
barely get him in.
Yeah. Well, we had to stop you doing bench presses and stuff, didn't we, on the way in? You were just really cracking out the bench presses.
I was very hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. So you got accosted by Nazis in Germany.
And he was ploughing us with his schnapps before.
What, the Nazi was?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to a Nazi when they offer you schnapps?
Well, I kept giving it to...
just in case. What do you think was it? Just in case something was in it?
Well, maybe so.
Who were you giving it to? Just somebody else?
Another fellow member of the O2 Academy. Who took it like a champ. Took it like an absolute champ.
And they didn't keel over and die or collapse or, fall asleep and then...
Well, I don't really bother because... If you want to chase me, they'll catch me straight away. I'm not very fast.
So they don't need to sedate you.
No.
Any Nazis listening? You don't need to sedate Dan in order to have your way with them.
Yeah, don't hide the drugs. Just give them to me. I'm not precious.
I'm interested how you two met.
I
only met you last week. Oh, is it 2 weeks ago now, Dan?
A few weeks ago. Yeah.
A few weeks now. Yeah.
I think I know you through. I cannot tell you where exactly, but DJing in bars and venues in Sheffield, and at some point we became online friends, and I just loved you ever since. I think you're one of my most interested. You're probably one of the reasons, if I had to give 10, you're probably one of the reasons why I keep Facebook.
Oh my word, I'm blushing. But weirdly, I do remember the night we met. It was it the Clothesline with Andy and Chris?
You've told me this quite recently. Yeah.
And for some reason, I think we were just chatting outside.
It all comes back to the Harley, doesn't it? Everything comes back to the Harley or Threads.
Or Andy Enchilada.
Or Andy Enchilada, yeah. Shout out to the Welsh Whisperer, a.k.a. Andy Enchilada. Future guest, hopefully.
Oh,
if we can get him across the border, have to tempt him in with a bit of Welsh rarebit and some Welsh cakes.
Well, he's selling his own drink at the minute. Have you seen?
Moonshine.
Oh, it comes in like a petrol can.
Oh, like Welsh. Oh, Welsh.
Like Castrol GTX.
Oh, shit. Is that what it's called?
Well, no, it's not called Castrol.
Well,
it's in a similar looking bottle.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Shit, okay, cool. No, well, shout out to the Welsh Whisperer and watch out for his Castrol GTX style drinks. Would you consider stocking them in your pub?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the I guess you're sort of, are you freehold? Are you tied to a brewery?
You are. I mean, they have. Isn't it, if you're selling your draft, they've got checkers on it.
Yeah. So would you have to run it through them? Like, I want to buy a load of this Welsh Castrol GTX kind of style.
Well, they
drink.
don't know, can't hurt them. as long as Punch Taverns aren't listening to this right now.
Hello, Punch Taverns. If you are listening, Dan definitely won't be selling any Castrol GTX in his pub. Round the corner. Round the corner.
Around the corner.
Round the corner after closing.
Oh yeah.
How's life in Sleepy Healy, mate? Because you've run a few pubs over Sheffield. Do you want to go through the ones that you've run?
Oh yeah. Well, so in fact, the first job I ever had was at the Lead Mill as a glass collector.
Oh, shout. Do you know what, mate? I've won something very special for you today. For the audio listeners, I'm unbuttoning my shirt. Suit? No, it's not. It's just a little shirt that says the Lead Mill on it.
Ah, very nice.
Just to honour the early days of
my glass collecting
your
career.
glass collecting career, yeah.
I had to apply twice.
For a glass collector's job.
Well, everyone was, you were called an event coordinator or something like that.
They gave it a nice name, like sandwich artist.
You do whatever you do whatever you're told.
You're picking up glasses out of the urinals. You had to interview twice for that one because the first time round they weren't sure.
Well, no, I applied and nobody got back. And a friend, she applied, so I applied again, and then.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. So you didn't actually have to interview twice.
No. You had like a group of you saying, "Oh, who could start now?"
You walked in. You've got the job. You've got the job. You've got the job. You collect a glass out of the urinal. You collect one.
They weren't as thorough as we were at the O2 Academy. So we used to, we'd say questions like, so 2 huntsmen are walking through the woods. They come across Bambi and Bambi's mother.
Yeah.
What size do they have with a lovely leg of venison afterwards? People walked out.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it differentiated the ones you wanted from.
Yeah, the weak from the. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted the strong. You got to go into battle with the strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching Game of Thrones again. They say you don't want a boy at your back. You don't want a snivelling boy. You want a man.
You want a man's
man. That's what you need, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
That's what that question wheedles out, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and that's not saying that women can't be the man in that scenario either.
All.
If you're okay with a leg of venison, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. A little bit dark. The only time I've only had venison once, and it was cooked for me by a chef.
I thought you were going to say a Nazi.
Oh no!
Okay, cool. A chef, yeah.
It's almost darker than that. He was a chef.
Oh
my
God!
When I was at the Fox and Duck,
right?
And, he worked at the Doctor's Orders as well.
Yeah.
He's now in prison for murder.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So a murderer cooked you some venison. A Nazi made you drink. He murdered.
Jesus.
That's kind of the worst murder you can do.
I wasn't convinced he did it personally.
What evidence have you got to the contrary?
It was a bit wet. He was a bit wet behind the ears.
Oh, he was wet.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you don't think he was like sort of capable of doing it?
No.
I think he was framed.
Well, I don't know.
Could this be a good Netflix scandal documentary series like Making a Murderer?
I mean, I'm only going off from what I saw of him. He was I used to pick on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he did it.
Did he give off those vibes?
No, not at all. He was like a gay.
They always say that, don't they? Like, oh, he was the nicest guy. I didn't have any idea.
Well, the weird thing was, he was the only chef I've ever worked with that never had a temper or a drink or a drug problem.
And that for me is fishy.
Yeah, it was.
That for me gives off of the vibe.
I've always said this to people who don't have never partaked in any kind of drugs or alcohol. I don't trust you because you're so in control, and I just don't. And it should be. If everybody goes, oh, it's the opposite though. No. It means you can let go a little bit. You could, because that's when the animal comes out. And if you're nice when you're pissed, you're pretty much, I think, nice when you're.
I don't trust a chef that isn't shouting.
No, and
or
chefs,
not on gear.
Yeah, I don't trust a chef that's not racking lines of beak off the hot pass. Yeah, just cooking it on the hot plate.
Chefs are all on it, ain't there? I've not known a chef that's not.
They moan when food orders come in.
I can't believe it.
You kidding me? I'm gonna. Not having it. Not having it. I hate.
How many kitchens have you sort of seen where there could be an issue where the food might have got contaminated with the chef's cocaine at some point?
Ooh, probably all of them. I imagine.
There is a chance that every time you eat food, there is a little bit of cocaine in it. Like if you lick a fiver, you might get a bit of chop.
Well, I know for a fact there was one kitchen in Broomhill. I didn't work there.
Right.
But this chap, the chef, was selling through from the kitchen.
That was where you go to. That was where you go to get bag.
Oh, not me.
No, as in like
boy.
not you, but say a Labour Party politician, for example, which we'll get onto later, might have gone to get some bag.
Well, oh yeah, if you like pizzas in Broomhill.
Yeah.
This was we're talking 10 years ago now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm imagining
you really do know where all the bodies are buried.
I've got no proof about this.
I'm imagining a cocaine dealer who's also a chef. He's taking orders as he would, on pieces of paper, as he would on.
You want that well done, yeah?
He gets a special order through.
Medium rare.
2 bags or something. It's
like chopping the onions at the same time as
Yeah. Chef, we got a special order, chef.
2 bags, chef.
2 bags, chef. Oh shit, coming up. Yep. I got him, don't worry.
I was thinking like surf and turf, but I can't think of a good
rack and fucking stack.
The rack and stack. The rack and stack of ribs, please.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that.
Oh, your eyes brightened up there as soon as you said that.
Why is the ribs?
The rack and stack. Fucking hell, man. What else have you been on with? Dadding about and that, obviously.
Oh, I was dadding about.
Publican about. And
Wembley, Publican. I tell you what, there was a story from the pub the other day.
Yeah, go on, come on.
I was putting the kids to bed, so it was still daylight.
Yeah.
I hear this shouting outside.
Oh. This is in Healy.
This is Healy.
Yeah.
So this fella, the local scrap man, from I gather, parked where he shouldn't be parked, but he wasn't affecting anyone.
Going round, friendly, collecting washing machines, fridges, all that kind of thing.
But I think he'd just gone to get some cigs. But he was parked on these double yellers. There's like a little ramp outside. Yeah. And the delivery driver from the takeaway next door.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot park there, shoot you. He won't affect anybody, but he shouldn't be parked there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they started rowing, and he donated his car, went round the corner, ripped his shirt off. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You know. And the fellow went, "No, you need to be told. You can't park these places." I went, well, just go away. And then he came back. He went to get his Just Eat bag out of the back of the car. So the other fella pulled out an axe.
The scrap man pulled out an axe on the delivery driver for the takeaway. Holy fuck!
And he doubled down. He went, "No, I'm not backing down.
I'm going in to get me cigs, and if you don't like it, here's an axe."
But he chased you with an axe.
I mean, that's fucking insane.
I've not seen the delivery.
Did you hang out the window? I'm trying to put the kids. to put the kids to bed here. Axe murderers.
No, I came running straight down just to have a look. Under the guys.
Kids, put yourself to bed. I've got to look at this.
Under the guys. Oh, the people at the pub need to be safe.
What?
It was just.
Well, that's true. Yeah. You do have to watch out for public safety.
But then I saw the same scrap man.
Does he come in? Is he a regular? Not a regular.
No, but I saw him on Sunday. I went to go pick up my Indian from Sheffield Road.
Yeah.
Turned down Carfield Road, and he sat there like this.
For audio listeners, Dan's rolling his eyes back in his head.
Oh, Christ,
his gorgeous head.
And then this woman's head just pops up.
He was getting sucked in the scrap van.
And he was on double yellows again. Unbelievable. We had to crash into him.
You're not giving a fuck on double yellows, are you, when you're getting a sloppy top of 5,000, John?
My God. Just in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah. Still, it was like 7:30.
7:30 at night.
Well, I'll check my
double yellows, sub job. Fantastic. I mean, I feel like I want to get this guy on the podcast.
Well, it is a bit. It's a bit of a live wire for what I'm
A
told.
loose cannon. The Scrap Man of Healy.
If it wasn't
Scrap
for,
and Tap.
if it wasn't for
Scrap
one of the
and
regulars, he would have. I think he'd have killed him that night.
Oh Jesus, that's rough though. To be fair, so maybe not. Maybe not get him on the pod.
Well, no. You don't need a risk assessment for that.
There's a scrap van near me that goes around and it plays like a recorded message and it's the same. And they play the Dukes of Hazzard. And then it's like some mank bloke going, "We are collecting scrap in your area. Please bring out all metal, tins, washing machines, Zimmer frames." I can't think of what this. It lists off like some random shit that you could, and we will take it off your hands today. But because I live in sort of like a terraced area, like loads of the houses around where we are terraced, the sound just bounces around. So the only time I've ever needed him, I'm like, I've actually got something to give him. I had like a bin or something, like a metal bin. And I was like, I'm going to take this to the tip today, but he can take it. And I hear this fucking siren going off. "We are in your area." And God fucking knows
Sounds
where he
quite
was.
threatening.
He's probably parked on double yellows getting sucked off. But it could have been anywhere. So yeah, it's a wild world, scrap, innit?
Oh yeah.
You probably get good money for it.
I might get into it if that's what you're getting. Christ.
It's... Yeah, I don't know if is that how they get paid?
Well, I don't know.
Every now and then they take all the metal to the scrapyard, and every now and then you get sucked
I
off.
mean,
on the
she looked a
double
bit
yellows.
wild. I mean, I hope he's not listening because I know for a fact he's got an axe in the back of his van.
Oh my God.
And he knows where I live.
Lock the pub doors tonight, mate. Other than that, how is life in Healy? I know that you're a patron of the local kebab shop. Chippy.
Chippy. I am a keen admirer of the Chippy. Well, I was until now. I'm on the fat jabs now. You see.
Yeah. So that's sort of gone by the wayside, is it, or do you just still go but smaller portions?
Well, I think it was closer to from the bar. It's closer to the Chippy than it is to the kitchen upstairs.
Yes. So you go in the Chippy, get your tea.
Or dinner,
Sorted,
tea.
yeah.
And I used to lie upstairs. She'd be, "Oh, do you want a sandwich?" "Oh, no, I'm full today." and I knew exactly on the camera.
Couldn't possibly.
Because the CCTV's upstairs. I knew exactly where it was on the camera, so she couldn't see it.
So she didn't know you've gone out?
No, I'd go like that. You can't tame me.
But you've been captured, haven't you, on sort of, paparazzi camera?
I did, and I was accused of being an industry plant for the Chippy.
Sorry, so somebody accused you of like doing promotional work.
"Oh, you clearly work
for
for
this."
the Chippy." He went, "Oh, well." In fact, I went to school with his daughter. private school around the corner.
Right. So some guy's basically been like, "Oh, I don't believe that somebody would take a picture of you going into the Chippy. You must work for the Chippy."
And it was funny because I was smiling at the same time walking through. And at the same time, one of the regulars were walking around saying, "Ah, yeah, fat bastard, I knew you'd be the first customer in here." Because it was the opening day. I was more annoyed because we started at the pub in November.
Yeah.
And they were doing work on that from November. And they said, "Oh, 2 weeks, 2 weeks." It was 2 weeks every day from November.
Yeah.
And the day I went on holiday, they were giving out free chips.
That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
I was furious.
There was a burger place last Wednesday, Dave. We missed out on this. They gave away 50 free burgers. It's only up there.
Oh, did you see the videos?
Yeah.
Feral.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, they must be doing something right. They've got a TikTok account. I swear to God, that's where it is. If you want to sell anything, but like, fuck, do you reckon the Scrapman's got a TikTok account? It would be great, wouldn't he? Scrapman with an axe on TikTok. That's his handle, Scrapman with an axe.
And he does a rendition of I'm a scat man, but instead it's I'm
a scrap man.
Or just runs around with his axe.
Or Black Sabbath Iron Man. It's feral.
Well, I'd love to see him just bashing in a washing machine with an axe, to be fair. That's wild, isn't it? Fucking hell. Who else do you see up Healy way? Because you get some... There's two sides of Sheffield. Well, there's a few sides of Sheffield. We've seen the sort of highbrow side of it, the I don't know what, like Totley Door kind of people.
That's where I went to school in Door.
The real people.
I was a statistic.
Yeah.
I got the bus route.
Where did you grow up?
I was around the corner.
Yeah.
Just off Shore Street.
Nice.
Mum still lives there now.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. So that's why you're a United fan.
Yeah.
Proximity.
Well, I had no choice.
Yeah.
Well, initially, if you look hard enough on the internet, there is pictures of me in a Wednesday shirt. I'll be honest with you.
If you look hard enough.
Well, if you got my Facebook.
Do you accept anyone friend requests you on Facebook? Within reason.
Yeah, I'll have a look first.
Yeah. Make sure it's not the
I think
scrap
you
bag.
added me the other day.
I did.
Yeah. 'Cause, I bet you got a mutual friend or something. You're like, oh, there's Jimmy's mutual friend. Yeah.
Are you accepting friend
accepted.
requests these days? Because I've had a few people that have messaged me being like, Dave hasn't accepted my friend request.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Like who?
Kieran, Hot Souls. Kieran.
Oh shit! No, I swear.
He friend requested you. And then somebody else did. And they were like, oh, Dave's not accepted my friend request on Facebook. And I was like, I don't think he really uses it.
Do you know what?
You
I get
still
so
dip in.
fucking bored with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was on Instagram the other day and I did my profile picture because we got those photos taken. It fucking exhausted me.
Yeah.
I was like, I just got to update
Just
this.
change my profile picture.
And then
I was
whenever
like,
I look at my profile now and I look at yours, yours are not nice. You got your pinned fucking shit, and everybody's got the pinned stuff. I started thinking, I should really have an online presence now that the podcast is getting a few listens and something.
Yeah.
I can't be arsed, man. Like, I can't be fucking arsed with it. Do you know what I mean? I started like pinning my stuff, and I was like, this is just so time consuming and shit.
Yeah.
I want to wipe out like half my Instagram, to be honest, and just when people like cool people just keep deleting their Instagram.
Yeah, so you've got like one post.
One post, yeah. Like I got rid of all my stories from when I used to stream and stuff, so I archived them, so I've got them.
Yeah.
But I can't be arsed with all that shit. So if anybody's offended, I'm just never on fucking Facebook. Sometimes I'll go in there and be like, oh yeah. It's just a lot of upkeep, innit?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy said earlier, he goes, oh, ring me when you're here. I rang him, wasn't here. She goes, oh, ring Dave. He said, give me your number earlier on. Rang the number. Woman from Newcastle answered.
What?
It could have been Dave, to be fair. It might have just been
I know
voice.
you got that. Oh, I can't do the accent. You got the wrong person here. So I did go on your, because I saw on your Facebook you're not very regular on it.
Oh yeah, I bet you're okay there, like you forgot
Then it
the wrong
said
number.
4 hours less active. Right, I'll ring him.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I was on. Yeah, I'm on there now because of the other boys, because they've got. They use that a lot. The Utopia.
When you
boys.
say the other boys, you mean the other podcasts that you do?
Mm-hmm.
Your dirty little side piece.
I got to put the notification on because Chunk was like, "Oh, if you don't fucking see him," I'm like, "All right, mate, I'll put it on then."
So your,
I'm just getting
your
dinging.
phone's pinging left, right, and centre.
Do you know what does me head in as
Your
well?
phone's
It's like,
pinging more than a 19-year-old.
it's like, oh, we'll set up a group chat for that, and we've got a group chat for fucking everything on WhatsApp. I get overwhelmed, man. I'm like, I'm out.
You have your notifications on. Oh, is it WhatsApp? Wait, what are you on about?
There's just when you do groups, because there's so many messaging apps now. It's either I'll message you on WhatsApp, message you on Messenger, I'll message you through iMessage. It's like fuck me.
Yeah, there's too many.
Too much.
There's too many ways to contact.
Mute them all.
Yeah.
Mute them all.
I do normally. Yeah, like.
Are you a post and ghost kind of guy, Dan?
In my former glory days as a
Yeah.
man about town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even these days, you put some fantastic holiday pictures up the other day of your arse.
You know what? The first time I've had an arse as well in years.
What?
I mean, to the normal person, it's not much of an arse.
the first time you've had an arse?
Well, mine normally is just like flat.
Mine's
Oh,
flat.
My wife constantly ridicules me. She's like,
Because you
oh,
got a
Mine's
little,
flat, mate,
a little pancake batter.
it's just nothing there.
Have you?
But that one, I thought, oh, that's quite pert.
Yeah. Have you been doing some
Squats.
squats and that?
Well, yeah, I'm on the floor all the time with bloody babies, aren't I?
Oh, mate. So that's the babies have actually improved your
Oh, yeah. Apparently so.
your posture, your posterior. Baby got back now.
Do you think the fat jabs will help with that?
Yeah, because you did say you're on the
No,
Manjaro.
you're not on
Manjaro.
Zempi, are you? What's it called?
Manjaro, this one.
The
Apparently.
Manginos.
Manjaros. So, how much are you paying for them, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it's about, well, with the discount code I got, it's £100 a month.
The Manjingos.
I'm not on any sort of commission.
£100 a month. And
And
where
then
do you get them from? Do you get them from TikTok Shop?
Well, no, I got it from the internet, right? And then you have to be approved by a doctor.
Is this legit?
Yeah. So you have
Okay.
to send pictures of you on the scale, size profile, or whatever.
Yeah.
But no doctor had approved it before they'd come.
Right. Can I just ask, when you send in the pictures here, is this to the website?
Yeah.
And you nude in the pictures?
No.
Okay.
When you can be.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
When we send our pictures in, Dave, can we just be
whole hog,
just
yeah.
completely nude
Yeah.
on the scales?
Can I
Yeah.
take the pictures?
Yes, yeah, please.
We'll do it in a bit. Yeah.
Look me in the eye and tell me I matter.
you matter, daddy. So you send in pictures of you on the scales, like thumbs up on the scales, and then the doctor, you have to get your GP.
No, just some internet doctor.
This doesn't sound legit, Dan.
The website is, I don't know what they are. So you send it to-
www.manjarobag.net.
You said it there, and it wasn't approved, but I'd already got the stuff by the time it was approved.
What the doctor said? Oh, this is not approved. This
Oh
man.
no, it was approved
Oh.
later on. But,
Oh,
but before
right.
it was actually approved,
Right,
it was already in
okay.
the post.
Yep, we've sent that off to you, mate.
There's Asda online doctors here.
Oh my god.
The Manjaro
How's it-
Tiripitide?
Is it spelled like
Trispettide?
like Kilimanjaro?
130 quid, mate. Click and collect.
130 bar.
Yeah, it must be about
It's
that.
got. Are you not like worried about side effects?
No, okay.
To be fair,
The amount of things I put in my body over the years.
this is what I was saying to Leanne. Like,
Rubber fists.
the amount of stuff like off the online dark web I've put on my nose, and I'm worried about some fucking Terapazed or whatever. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I'll do it.
What are the potential side effects? You lose weight.
Bad burps.
Oh yeah, bad burps.
Ooh.
Anything else you've experienced?
Well, no, nothing more than I normally do. But then
Severe case of handsomeness. I'd be concerned about, but that's nothing new, really, is it?
Into a mirror, my friend.
Yeah. Stop it.
What do you think you're going to feel like when you've? How long do you think it's going to take? 'Cause you said £6, didn't you?
Yeah, that was
£6
Sunday.
Have you got a
since
goal?
Sunday, and what we're on now?
Is that
Wednesday?
Is that safe? In 3 days, you've lost £6.
I've done a lot more in 3 days. That's a lot less safe.
£6 is like the weight of my kid nearly when he was born.
Well, I remember there was a time before.
7-11, not even.
I got a letter from the NHS. They said, a random, you can go for this health check.
Yeah.
And you do your cholesterol, blood pressure, everything. And I went to it. And I knew I was fine when I saw the nurse. She couldn't tell me off for anything.
Right, because she was
George,
big lady.
American fat.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I'm European fat.
Yeah.
And then I went there and blood pressure, cholesterol, everything was fine. And she went, oh.
Must be all them chippies.
Maybe this is the peak physical conditioning.
So she was like surprised. She literally went, "Oh my
I mean,
god,
to
you're
be
actually
fair,
all right."
I'd have been surprised as well.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
If you want to see peak physical condition, by the way, guys, subscribe to our YouTube. Dan's on there in full 4K. It's
Lads,
it's
you don't want to
1080p.
admit it, but like that's the peak physical.
Yeah, well,
form.
it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
This is why I have an Only Dan's account. Only Dan's. Only Dan's.
only Dan's is fantastic. I mean, your Facebook's kind of an Only Dan's, isn't it? There's a lot of nudity on there.
Well, you have to. I suppose you don't be embarrassed. I mean, I remember once I used to be thin, believe it or not, before nightclubs and whatever. And I used to think I was like a fat bastard back then.
I think I've always had a complex about being overweight, and then I think also that just kind of bleeds into just your everyday, doesn't it? And then at some point you go, do you know what? Just get your fucking body out. Don't be ashamed of it. Use it.
Just say even like with music, where they say there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure, in my opinion.
Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure then?
Music, I love a bit of Cyndi Lauper.
Oh yeah.
Time after
time.
That's a bit seedy.
Time after time.
All through the night.
Oh,
Girls want to have fun.
girls just
So
wanna
do
have
boys.
fun. I drove all night to get to you.
That's probably going to be the karaoke on the.
Alright.
I didn't know they were all covers either.
What, girls just want to have fun?
Girls want to have fun to cover.
What?
What's the other one? She's covered a Prince song.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I know which one that is.
Oh, what's it bloody called?
No, it's not. That's. Are you thinking of Nothing Compares to You?
No.
No, that's what I was thinking of. That's Sinead O'Connor.
He had some bangers in his Prince.
Oh, it's too many bangers.
And he gave him away.
Too many bangers, to be fair. I don't know how happy he was about giving him away, but he did, didn't he? He locked a load of his music in a vault, didn't he, as well?
He was called X at one point.
He was, yeah.
Reckon,
The artist with no name.
well, is that allowed? If Twitter's now X,
Yeah.
could be some legal recourse.
Well, he's not alive, is he, to pursue it?
Well, no, that's true.
Yeah, but I suppose his family are all in Paisley Park. Yeah, what a fucking cool name for a house as well, Paisley Park. Where do you live? Oh, Paisley Park. I'd like to live there.
Yeah. Isn't an estate in Glasgow called Paisley something or other?
Yeah, it's like the roughest estate.
Roughest shite.
Do you reckon that's what he named it after? I took this trip to Glasgow and I went down to Paisley Park. It was just lovely. Shout out to our Glaswegian listeners. There's all three of you. There are some actually that listen from Glasgow. You know, David.
Do you know what? I was actually looking on the map, and there are some from the Philippines as well. Like one or two listens from the Philippines.
Yeah. Well, the
Which is
most
great.
exciting one for me was Hong Kong. When I saw Hong Kong light up, I went, "Yeah,
Yes,
baby,
we got it.
yeah,
We've done it.
baby, we got it." It was the Hong Kong flag, I think, that did it, that sold it.
Going back to guilty pleasures, Celine Dion. I was listening to a bit of that.
There's
Last
nothing guilty about Celine Dion.
The reason why I brought it up was my brother was saying he's seen that Celine Dion clothing like she brought out like 4 years ago, and I was like, no,
Right.
some really dark like clothing line for kids where it's like pushing like gender kind of and it was all in black and like crosses and stuff, and it was all satanic and really weird. And I was like, oh, that's odd.
Well, like genderless clothes for kids.
Yeah, but it's all and it was
satanic.
like black
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like kind of satanic, and it says like, what did one of the fucking things say on it?
Nothing compares to you. Oh, no, that's stuff. Actually, no, Connor, I do apologise.
What's
It said New World Order on it.
New World Order?
It's proper weird.
Celine Dion.
And I was like, yeah.
Celine Dion.
Yeah.
As in, every night in my dream. Canada.
Yeah. And she was just like, it's so, and the advert is terrible as well.
Twice before you buy my clothes for your children.
Baby. Oh, that's a bang. And I just, to be fair, I said, to be fair, Simon, bit weird.
Yeah.
But she made bangers and just kept sending him links to, like, and I could tell he wanted to go down a rabbit hole with her. I was like, I'm not doing this, mate.
So, she's fallen off. She's gone down to the dark side. She's one of them now. They've taken her in. They're just
he asked me. I was like,
bangers.
I don't know, man. Like, it is weird. It's a bit odd, but like, I don't know. I started putting on the music. It's like, but he was like, oh, I bet Mum still likes her. I was like, yeah, so do I. To be fair, she's got slappers.
Yeah,
she might be satanic.
Was that like Mum hoovering music for you?
Oh, mate, they always played. Yeah, they always played it. That Queen and fucking Level 42 are always.
When I had a mum, she hoovered to Celine Dion.
Did she?
Yeah, that and Cyndi Lauper.
See, we wasn't a Cyndi Lauper household.
Yeah. What else did she like? Simply Red.
Ooh,
yeah,
Simply Red.
Simply Red. Yeah.
Did you hear Mick Hucknall got arrested the other day for having sex with an underage rabbit?
No.
Okay, carry on.
He was holding back the ears and the bunny was too tight to mention.
Holding back the ears.
One of his old band members used to be in the Washington all the time.
Yes, mate, the fucking bassist. I've met him.
Yeah.
And I think I've had this conversation on this very podcast. I said to him, I met him in the Harley, and he basically told me I'm a bassist in like quite a famous band. So I was like, who? And he was like, Simply Red. And I went, fucking love Simply Red. And he thought for so long that I was taking the piss. And it took me ages because I was hammered to think of a bass line from Simply Red.
I think you don't realise, you might think it's a bit of a joke band at the time, but then when you listen to them now,
yeah,
absolute bangers.
Mate, Simply Red stars. Question that album. You can't.
No.
It's a fucking phenomenal pop album.
That's what I mean. There's no such thing as guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I don't think there is, no.
No, but Mick Hucknall's quite a questionable man as well, isn't he? I've had some questions in for you, Dan, and one person said that here's a question for a questionable man.
What was the question?
I can't repeat it because I've told you off podcast. Apparently, we're not allowed to talk about it on podcast.
Oh, yes.
But apparently, essentially, the gist of the thing was you were right. He didn't believe that you were right, and then in the end, you were right.
Yeah. Pretty much like Brian Clough.
Yeah.
I'm right at all. Just I have this conversation with the wife all the time.
Yeah.
We'll sit down. You'll see I'm right, and then we'll talk about why I was right afterwards. Don't really do that. She scares me. She's from Barnsley.
I was going to say, of all the people that you're going to be right in front of, it's definitely not your wife.
No,
I don't think I've ever been right in front of my wife, ever.
No.
I think I've argued that I'm right. And sometimes I am right, but I'm still not right.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I remember there was a row one night on our our wedding party night.
Yeah, on your wedding, yeah. Oh, the wedding row, the wedding night row.
Yeah. I still say I was right.
Okay. Should we go into it?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a fella that we know was pushing his girlfriend around a bit, and nobody else stepped in, so
You did step in. Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe it wasn't the time and the place as the groom.
Yeah. Hey, stop pushing your missus around at my wedding. Yeah. Well, mate, a man of principles. A man who knows where the bodies are buried. Yeah.
Yes. What bodies?
Well, there you go. What bodies? I'd like to get into a little bit. You told us some stories the other week when we came to see you at the pub.
Yeah.
You used to hang around with a particular disgraced former politician.
DJ Nemo.
DJ Nemo. Yeah. Formerly known as DJ Nemo.
Jared O'Mara.
Also known as Jared O'Mara. How'd you meet Jared?
Oh, it would have been when I was like 18, 19. He was working at West Street Live.
Yeah, as the DJ.
Yeah. And he was booking the gigs as well.
He was booking the gigs there as well. Right,
and we were friends with a band who were called Oh My Word at the time.
Right.
And then we obviously didn't see each other for a while, but then I'd always go out and we'd always bump into each other.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you're always out, I'm always out.
He's just knocking around.
We'll just go out together.
Yeah. Got his number and that.
Yeah.
What are you up to, mate? Oh, I don't know.
He sucked my dick. No, I didn't really. Although I am convinced he was in love with me at one point. That's another matter.
Okay. Was he a gay man?
There's nothing to suggest. Well, no proof with the eyes, but I'd once pulled for him once, and apart from putting it in for him, I couldn't do it.
Was that a request of his? Could you put it in for me, Dan?
Well, look, he was.
Could you put it in your mouth a little bit, Dan? Just get me going a bit, Dan.
It was a girl. I call her the Onion because her surname was spelt similar to Onion.
Okay, right.
And then I'd literally frog marched them both into bed together, and then I went home.
Consensually, obviously.
Oh,
for listeners.
Yeah.
Listeners and watchers. Yeah.
So
they both.
You didn't stick around.
They're both keen.
No.
They're both keen.
I'm a good wingman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later on, I've rang her a taxi. But she rang her a taxi, and she legged it and didn't pay for the taxi. Then he got barred from Mercury City, wherever it was.
Okay. And how was his ascendancy to a political power? How did that happen? What was the story there? Was it so? For those that don't know, Jared basically ran in the same constituency as Nick Clegg, which was Hallam.
Yeah, Hallam, and he was a deputy prime minister.
Nick Clegg at the time when this was happening was the deputy prime minister. It was when there was the coalition where the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats were in power at the same time. Mm-hmm. Nick Clegg was the deputy prime minister, and he was running to retain his seat. Yeah. And at the same time, a plucky upstart named Jared also ran in Hallam.
I'm convinced he was. His intentions were always good to start off with,
right? And he's like, I'm going to run for the Labour Party. And was he already doing that when he was DJing at West Street Live, or was this an opportunity has arisen?
He always thought he could do stuff like. I think he did want to make a difference, but
right.
But then
and he believed in himself. He could. He believed he could do it. He had confidence.
Yeah, far too much.
Yeah,
he thought he was cleverer than everybody else.
Okay,
but then I don't know. He just tried to. I think he was put there as a tick box exercise.
Okay.
So that's disabled.
Yes, we would just like to say that he is disabled, right? Yeah. And ginger.
Yeah. Precisely.
So
that's why I call him DJ Nemo.
Tick box. Ginger, disabled, Put him in. Great.
Oh, he's not going to beat Nick Clegg, the deputy prime minister.
Yeah. Who's going to vote for this disabled ginger man over the deputy prime minister, Nick Clegg?
And he beat him.
And how badly did he beat him? Was it close?
I think it was a bit of a it might have been a bit of a lance. It was when the whole Corbyn stuff was going off, so everyone was going to win.
I think also Nick Clegg sort of disgraced himself, didn't he? Because he promised a lot and then delivered the complete opposite.
And funny enough,
people were pissed at him.
Just after that, I was in the Grapes, and there was some Lib Dem people in there, and I overheard them saying, "We're coming for him." And I warned Jared. I warned him what would happen.
But they were coming for Jared.
Yeah, not to kill him, but
we've got an eye on him.
Yeah,
and any step that he makes out of line, we
would be embarrassed, though, wouldn't you? If you'd lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then
if you'd lost in that fashion, yeah.
But he got a lot of grief for what he didn't. He didn't they went back on the internet from when he was 18, and he said he was going to sodomise Jamie Cullum with his piano. Stuff like that.
Right. So the first strike against Jared was when his internet history was examined,
which I suppose,
which is a dangerous place to be in. Isn't
but then, if you're going to use it against you when you're 18, they're saying you can't change as the person. Which he clearly didn't change.
which actually later on, no, he didn't change at all. So no, your man can change, but he didn't.
And then there was one where he said he'd love to have an orgy with all the girls allowed, but not Sarah Harding. But that was before she was dead.
Right.
And I'll show
I wonder if he sticks by that one.
I'll show you the birthday card I got him. But this guy turned up at her house. It was on Sky News, he was yellow banner on Sky.
Sky turned up at his...
No, at hers.
At Sarah Harding's house.
And she was like, what do you think about this, though?
Did you know that this disabled ginger politician from Sheffield has said he'd fuck every member of your band apart from you? And who was that? Sky News.
I'll show you. I've got a picture of the birthday card. I sent it once.
Mate, fucking please. We'll put it in here if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
We'll share it. Okay. I'm assuming it's Sarah Harding.
No. It's All of Girls Loud, but Jared Ted's on Sarah Harding.
Okay, so he's a newly elected politician, and you're still going out on the town with him.
Yeah.
You're in.
And then,
where were your usual haunts? Are you West Street Live?
Yeah, we go to the Washington, and then we'd always have to Dempsey's for karaoke.
Okay.
I've got videos on my phone.
Should we put one of those in? Yeah. We'll put a video of that in here.
Let me lick you up and down.
Till you say stop. Let me play with your body, baby.
The video just pans to me and I go, I'm scared.
Were you scared? Was this at the time that you thought that there was maybe something happening, a beautiful romance between the two of you?
Oh, there was never a chance of that. I was far too much of a lad about town.
Yeah.
But no, he'd act like a girlfriend. You'd go out and you'd be talking to somebody else and he'd storm my phone. And then, oh, come round to mine. I've got drink, this, whatever. Come round. No chance. I want to promise
you. Got jealous of you talking to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. Okay. So there's a little closeness there going on.
And he was, I don't know. Something changed overnight with him. He was. No, it used to be fun. You could go out and have a conversation, but then it turned to where you would just talked and spat out with that.
Okay.
That was it. He would just sat there, just being talked at.
Yeah.
And he'd
was that after he got into like political power and he's like, I've been down to London.
Well, he'd say that. He'd go down to London. I'd be working.
Don't know what his voice was like, to be honest.
Where was I working? Wherever I was working at the time. He'd say, "Oh, I'm getting the train back from London now. I'll meet you there." But then he never did a parliamentary intro or whatever it is you went to do.
Right.
And he just kept turning up.
Well, like he just missed all his things that he was meant to do.
I think he was the longest delayed maiden speech.
Oh,
like of all time. Of all time.
The goat.
And then
the goat delaying his maiden speech.
And then he got a pardon because you meant to wear a tie in Parliament.
Yeah.
But because he had cerebral palsy, he couldn't do a tie. And that's true.
It shouldn't be funny because it's not funny.
That's
but
why
it's
I call
also
him DJ Nemo, with that lucky fin. And Ginger. He loved it. He loved taking the piss out of it.
It's also a little bit funny. Yeah, okay, cool. So then things get a bit more depraved as time goes on.
I mean,
and there's a lot of names that we need to protect here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not saying any names. If you want to know about names, sign up to the Patreon where we'll go into everything in great detail. And Dan will uncover all the bodies. And police, if you're looking for anyone, there's your man.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Do you know who I think I am? But there was one time I was bar manager at City Hall and I'd left there. Then I started working at Know-How on the phones.
Right.
And then one of his, I got a message saying you need to come round to Jared's now. So he's lost the plot. So we met at the 3 Tons.
So you're like, oh, sorry, boss, I've got to go. My my disabled.
Well, I think I was on the earlies that day, so I was at 3. So got the tram back into town. Met some of his staff at the 3 Tons.
Right.
Waiting for space in the car, so one had to hide in the boot.
So you're going around to his house. There's 4 of you, 5 of you in the car, one person in the boot.
Yeah.
What car was it?
It was a mint green Fiat 500.
A mint green Fiat 500 with 5 people in it, one person in the boot, driving round to a politician's house who's lost the plot. Carry on.
He lived on Mowbray, the Keller Mills flats.
Yeah.
And he barricaded himself in because he was convinced Jeremy Corbyn was trying to assassinate him.
Right, okay. At this point, how many days had he been awake for?
Well, I'd been around 2 days before because, again, there was concern. And do you know Father Ted, when he thinks that Dick Burns listening to his tactics.
Yes.
And he had the string vest on and everything. He was like smoking. He goes, I've got a great idea. We're going to do a YouTube channel where I just answer questions all the time. I do this, I do that. You sure you're all right? He goes, no, I'm fine. But Corbyn is going to assassinate me.
Right.
Are you sure?
And what's sort of causing all this sort of paranoia and anxiety, Dan, do you think?
I would.
Could it be some form of maybe chemical substance or
Quite possibly.
Yeah, couldn't say for sure, but maybe sign up to the Patreon, we might find out.
Quite possibly. He did have the Colombian flu quite a lot.
Okay, right, yeah. I mean, it comes over, doesn't it? Every now and then.
Yeah,
It's like COVID,
It's
isn't
when
it?
the winds change.
Yeah.
Feral. You don't. You don't. Anything could happen.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can know, can't you? How do you feel about all this, David?
That's great.
Is this just normal for you? You just like, yeah, that sounds.
It's
like,
not normal, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, no.
Sounds like
I'd like
politicians.
to party with him. What's he doing now? Do you know? Any updates?
Well, he's just out of prison.
Just
Oh!
straight out of prison right now. What prison was he in?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know where he went to prison.
I don't, and there's reasons why I don't know.
Okay.
Because in court when they're on trial,
Yeah.
a friend of mine messaged me saying, "Why are you not a witness? Because your name's been mentioned more than anybody else."
Right. So the trial's going through, and are they uncovering messages to you? And are you nervous at any point here?
I know two people that are lawyers and they were on retainer all the time. But my argument was, he was a man in power. I was just intimidated.
Yeah. Was this the closest you came to like? I don't know.
Did we go over why he went to prison?
Fraud.
So it was.
So
in the
end,
this cerebral
after
palsy politician.
yeah,
That is in prison for
former
fraud.
DJ turned politician.
Former DJ
turned politician.
Fucking hell.
Eventually jailed for fraud. Before that, has had a paranoid barricade in his own flat.
In a string vest.
Because he thinks Jeremy Corbyn's going to assassinate him.
He was faking invoices. So
Faking
I think he was on 80 grand a year, right?
He was on £80,000 a year.
What does he do? What's his job entail for 80,000 a year?
A member of parliament. You represent an area.
What does that entail? You just go to meetings. You just say, "I think this will be great for the area."
If you go on YouTube, there's a video where we'd been out the night before.
Can you link me that one?
He was on Look North or BBC News, and he's absolutely fucking sparko at it.
Oh my god! And so where had you been the night before? Like, we'll put the video in for context, and you walk us through the night before.
So I'd be working. He was apparently in London. We'd
Apparently,
be either Washington, then go to Dempsey's or whatever. And then we'd all end up go back to his flat.
Yeah.
Which
So this is like you've gone out all night, big mad one.
Yeah.
Dempsey's finishes at 6 a.m. You've gone back to Jared's, carry on, and then he's like, "Oh shit, oh fuck, gotta go to work as a member of parliament. What have we got on today? Has he got like an aide there who's also pissed? Like, yeah, well, Jared, today we've got 9 o'clock with Look North here.
I'd gone to the shop at like 6 a.m. to get another bottle of vodka.
Do you think this is a good idea, Jared? You're on Look North in 3 hours. That'd be fine.
I do remember saying, "Oh, maybe we should calm it down a little bit." Well, maybe you do. I don't need to.
Maybe, mate, you're representing Hallam. Do you know what I mean? Nick Clegg, the great Nick Clegg. You're him basically now. You're him with cerebral palsy.
But that's the thing with his habit. He couldn't sniff, so he'd have to go. So you're going to use a lot more. So now if you've got a wet finger, it'll just you just couldn't.
May or may not be talking about Colombian flu.
So have you seen him since he's been out? Or
No, I've not.
You don't fancy getting in contact with him? Just
well,
say, how's it going, buddy?
Well, I did get a picture about 6 months ago from somebody saying, "Oh, look who I've just spotted in."
It's your boy,
the Francis Newton.
Do you think he does
which
now?
Is a Weatherspoons.
Do you know what he does for work now? Like, was he? Can I imagine what direction do you go after that?
I mean, public speaking, I would say.
Write a book.
He's the Wolf of Wall Street, but Sheffield, isn't he? Really? He's Jordan Belfort. He's Jordan Belfort his way to the top. My rise and fall as the disgraced MP of Sheffield.
Could we get him on the podcast?
With Jared O'Mara. Do you reckon?
I don't know. I've not got his number anymore. I can probably get in touch. I can probably find a way.
There's like a bat signal you could send out to draw him in.
Well, there was a time I was getting stalked by the press. So there's a one from the. I know, honestly.
Are these the people that take the picture of you walking into the kebab shop?
No, this was just.
Healy.
I can show you the message. I've still got it on WhatsApp. She pretended to be a beer rep.
Right. Hi, Dan. It's Tanya here, your beer rep.
And then turned up, and then she was like, "Oh, would you be interested in?" Because there's a documentary about Jared, and she asked me if I'd want to be on it.
Okay.
And then I went, "Well, no, I'm not interested."
I'd rather wait and do it all on a podcast, actually.
Oh yeah. but then she went, "Oh, you can do it." She said, "You can do it behind like a black screen voiceover note."
Oh my god! And you said no.
I said no. I'd look like a very victim on Crime Watch.
Yeah, so me and Jared actually.
You'd figured out this bloody.
Can you put the voice thing on? Dan's thing.
What is it? Is it
deep voice? Hello.
I went out with Jared. He told me he was going to make a difference.
I don't think it do it.
It just goes on one mic.
It goes on one or two.
Oh, fuck.
We need to get that set up.
It was me. But I'll show you that. What was the name? Oh, it's still on my WhatsApp. You can do it behind a blind, like a black screen, and you can have an actor's voice.
We'll disguise your voice. We'll use an actor. We'll use a body double.
I look like a victim on Crime Watch. Christ.
It's a unique story.
It's a crazy fucking story.
And then we did have some videos that we considered another friend.
Another friend who will remain nameless, but you know who you are if you watch it.
we was going to get in touch with the press about it.
Yeah,
and they all said no, apart from the Daily Mail. All the others said no because it's too much of a suicide risk.
Oh shit! What for him?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! Okay.
Well, just with all the.
Do you think he's gonna? Do you think he's gonna like write a book about it or something? He needs to tell his story, right? It's a mad story.
I don't know if he can write.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Oh
my god!
Well, he couldn't do bags.
no.
Fucking hell!
With ChatGPT, everything is possible. Oh my god!
Oh, was it us that said fucking
Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking must be pissed off because of the advancements of
ChatGPT
AI voice and stuff. He had to have Microsoft Sam his whole life, didn't he? And sound like he could have sounded like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
He could have had
a proper smooth
any kind of
voice
voice he wanted.
Yeah.
Instead of "Hello, my eyesight means a lot to me." He could have had fucking anything, couldn't he? Do you remember that advert he did? It was on the plane. And I always remember that. That's why I always quote, "My eyesight means a lot to me." Because he did an advert for fucking Specsavers or something on a plane.
It was.
That's embedded in me somewhere.
That's like fine. It was his voice. And his
Did his missus
clever?
Well, have you seen the theory of everything? Have you seen that film?
I think so.
It's quite a boring watch actually, but you do watch him sort of degrade into the.
Didn't his wife leave him outside in the rain once?
Well, because he was pissed her off.
Yeah, and she just wheeled him outside.
You have cooked my turkey drummers. Not
right?
enough.
I'll fucking wheel you outside then, just leave you there. I think she did that once.
He might have rusted.
Surely he can control himself though, can't he?
Well, yeah, he's got
He's got a stick.
With the advancements of AI, mate, by now he would have had a full bionic body and just like.
Do you reckon he was any good at doing bag?
Fucking hell, could you imagine?
Well, she's talking. I bet it was. But yeah, that's selfish with it.
Oh my god!
I assume that's how you do
Stephen.
it. I assume that's how you do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't possibly comment. Wouldn't know.
No, me neither.
How long are we done? Should we move
an hour, mate? Yeah.
Right, everybody. Please subscribe on the YouTube, follow Dan on all his socials, add him on Facebook, and sign up to our Patreon. There's free trials on all the tiers, and after that, it's just £1 a month. We're going to do another hour with Dan. We're going to do topless karaoke. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of Jared, and we're going to chat for a bit. You're going to drink a bottle of vodka, and it's going to be fantastic. So
and could do a wee wee.
Yeah, exactly. We need a piss break because he's on the fucking manginas. Right. See you all later. Circle back next week.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
See how easy it is to do the salute?
That's what I was doing, Dan.
Oh, you disgust me. You bastard.
It's a Roman salute. Do you want some peach schnapps? Ooh.